Welcome, Hoarders. Today we're going to be playing some more Gran Turismo 5, and this episode we're going to be doing the Schwarzwald Cup, if that's how you pronounce it. I'm not even looking at the word right now, so I guarantee it's wrong. I just wanted to start out going through and seeing what new cars they have. After each race, they add like 6. Ooh. That is... Yeah, I'm buying this. You bet your ass I'm buying this. This is like the exact one that Richard Hammond used when they were looking for the source of the River Nile. That was a really good series, too. I love the bug-eyed versions, and I know a lot of people don't. I don't know why. I think that they look better than the newer ones and the older ones. I guess it's just personal preference. Hopefully, if this ever loads. I already have a car picked out for this. This race series is restricted to cars that have to be from Germany. So I went with a Mercedes. This is the first race series on the Extreme series that we have to do. Oh, this is the League B. Is there... I wonder if League A is the easier one, and we might have already done it. But I picked the... I don't know if a lot of people call them this. I call this specific version of the Mercedes the... what do you call it? The shark nose. Because the front of it looks like a shark. I've never heard anyone else refer to them as that. But that's what I do, because, like, straight up, they look like a shark. Okay. Here we go. We finally have a car with an actual interior for once. Way different than normal. I'm not gonna kill myself trying to get in the first place on here. Shouldn't be difficult at all. This has over 700 horsepower. I don't know what the other cars are running. As far as horsepower goes. I looked at it at the end of the last episode. I ended up buying a Porsche that I was originally going to do this series with, but the one that I bought just, it didn't grip the ground enough. And the rear engine just, I don't know, it had some weird effect with it, and I didn't like it, and I didn't feel comfortable racing it. Because I don't want to race something that is going to be difficult to drive, because it's already hard enough to talk to you guys and drive. I kind of showed that in the last episode of Gran Turismo Sport. But it's just, if you just drive and concentrate on driving without talking, it is way easier. You can hit all the apexes correctly and just not mess up laps at all. Like, I can drive normal and not do stupid stuff. Also depends on the car, like I said. If I have a difficult car to drive and I'm talking, that's going to be a terrible combination. That'd be like using the Super B in Gran Turismo Sport, or like one of the older Chargers on here. They're a handful when you're racing them. So you kind of have to focus on actually driving them. In like more of car news, I know Monday's episode, I think I talked a little bit about the starter going out on my truck. I ended up ordering a starter. It came like 5 days later. I had to jack up the truck and slide ramps underneath it so I could get to the starter to take it out. I got the old starter out, looked at it, ordered the new one online. The website said it would fit my year, make, and model of truck. I ordered it, it got here, and it will not fit. The cylinder on the back of the starter, not the solenoid, but the other part, I think that's the other part's just the motor itself. It's like a 1/4 inch, maybe even 3/8 of an inch too big. And it hits the frame of the truck, so I cannot get the starter on. I can get one bolt in. It's either the one on the right side or the one on the left side, not both. Just because, like, it racks the starter. And I was like, I'm not even going to attempt to start it because it's just going to, like, eat up the teeth on the flywheel. And I don't want to try to fix one problem and start a whole new problem. So I had to get on the phone, talk to them about sending it back, and they're like, we're going to need your VIN number, a picture, and what was the third thing? Definitely the picture and the VIN number. Oh, and the number, on the parts number of the part that I'm sending back. I'm like, that's stupid. I wonder if they try to do that, thinking I'm going to send... They might do it as a precaution, to make sure I'm not going to send them a different starter. Like one that doesn't work or something. I don't know. But I was like, that's stupid. I waited like 5-6 days to get that thing delivered here. And then the day I go to... The day I got it, I was out there on the ground putting it in. And it was like, nope, not gonna fit. And I was really frustrated. I wanted to hit something bad. And I was like, okay, guess we'll wait. So what I'm gonna do is after they refund me, which they better. If they don't, I'm gonna be pissed. Because then I'm gonna have an $80 starter sitting around doing nothing. Cool paperweight. But if I don't get why they asked for the VIN number. That doesn't make sense unless they're like trying to see was the vehicle wrecked, because I said it wouldn't like it hits the frame and it won't go in. And I'm like, just take the part back and refund me my money. You're gonna make me wait an extra day. Because it's already been sitting outside for a week not running because the starter won't work. Jeez. I don't know, that stuff's so annoying. Especially when it's like automated phone calls and shit. Press 1 if you would like to return an item. Beep. Okay. I'm actually, the other day I was looking at my analytics on my videos, and I'm actually surprised. People are, so far this year, we're not quite there. I got 61 subs in all of 2020 so far, and that's just 2 months. And for my channel, that is an ass ton. I was like, how, like, this is the biggest jump I've ever seen on my channel yet. And I'm like, I hope people are enjoying this. Speaking of that, that's a great segue. If you are enjoying this, subscribe to my channel for a little bit of my retardedness and shitty driving. And rants and whatnot. I don't know where I was going with this. Oh yeah, with my analytics and stuff, I got 61 subs in the first 2 months of 2020, which is like 10 less than all of 2018. So, like, if I would project how many subs I get at the end of this year, it's going to be way more. It's probably going to be more than 2018 and 2019 combined. And that's, like, uplifting. Because I've put, like, let's get real for a minute. I've put a lot of videos out. I try to do the best content that I can with the time that I have. I'm still doing all, like, every Monday through Friday, unless I get too busy doing something else. it actually, I get genuinely annoyed if I miss a day. I try not to, though, but, like, I think what I'm probably going to end up doing, I'm just going to play the games that I have series on right now. This will probably be the next game I beat. Either this, Vice City, or San Andreas. I don't think I have any other games that are soon to be over. But once they're done, I'm going to change Tuesday and Wednesday into, like, a... well, actually, it depends if Thursday's done. Because, well, Thursday, I changed that over to a game where I'm trying to just beat it to finish the series, which is what Gran Turismo 5 is right now. It's just a game that it's about time I finish it, and I'm just trying to get all these races done. I don't know where I'm gonna go yet with the what are they? With the endurance races. I've talked about it many times before about streaming it. I did think about streaming it with I was gonna play records, not through the mic, but technically through the mic. It's not like you're gonna hear it like playing in the background. It's gonna be a direct feed into my microphone. It's gonna split between my mic and my radio, and it's going to hopefully be pretty cool for you guys. But we're gonna listen to like full albums while racing, because there's gonna be like 4-hour races. One side of a record's like a half hour. Sometimes like 20-25 minutes. But I could just pause the race, get up, flip it. Next, I could let you guys suggest what albums to play. Even if it's not a record, I have a lot of cassettes and CDs. Not a lot of new stuff. I will say that right now. The newest group that I have stuff of is probably Post Malone, which is not usually my taste in music, but I was like, Ozzy Osbourne. Actually, yeah, technically the new Ozzy Osbourne album's the newest album I have. I have it digitally right now. I want to get the record of it, and I would also like to get the CD of it. No one really puts out cassettes anymore, other than like 21 Pilots put out a cassette for Trench, Blurry Face, and Vessel. Those are the only albums that they put out cassettes that I know of. But they're more of like a collector thing. But they work. So, yeah, that's cool. I actually own the Trench one. I want to get the Vessel one, and I want to get the Blurry Face one, but they're pretty expensive for a cassette. It's like $14, and in my opinion, that's a lot for a cassette. Not as expensive as Type 4 cassettes. I've been looking for one for a while, but they want them for like $30. Like an ordinary blank Type 4 cassette. I'm gonna have to, someday I'll have to set up a P.O. box so you can send me all your Type 4 cassettes. I actually need to do like a studio type tour thing or something on here someday. Because I have not done one in a very long time. Last one I did was at my old house. Well, technically my mom's house at the time. This is at my current house, which is the one that I grew up in. The one that my parents, when they were together, where it was at. Fuck. Turn, you bitch. Okay, we have what, one lap? I mean, I feel like we're destroying them. not a very stressful race. I imagine, though, the Nürburgring's going to be a little more stressful just because of the way I drive. Obla-dee, obla-da, la-dee-da, la-da-da-da, life goes on. Ooh. Obla-dee, obla-da. Hear a bit of tire squeal on here. I know when I get on the Nürburgring, though, I'm going to be racing a little more, and, like, I'm going to be focusing a little more. That's a longer track, but I do know it very well. I know where you can go fast, where you have to go slow. But not with this car. I don't know where to, like, the handling of this car yet, so I don't know exactly how it will handle fast speed turns and stuff like that. But on to the second and last race. Okay, this is only a one-lapper, so this shouldn't be bad. And it also occurred to me that the tracks that we're racing on are German, too. So these are full German races, which I might have the edge against some of these German cars, because I know that this car was tested on the Nürburgring. I know Mercedes does a lot of that. And I'm pretty sure this specific one was. I'm like 99% sure. I might be wrong, though, so don't say that I'm right. Always assume I'm wrong. Got my way, M3. Bitch. Some of these Mercedes don't even belong on this track. The hell out of my way. Move out of the way. This is where you start going fast. Can't go fast. Move your ass. Okay, I'm glad I have a wing on this. I should probably have showed that. This is my baby from the outside. And while I'm here... Wait, how the hell... That's what I meant by shark nose. I'm gonna calmly go back to first person. Move! Go! Okay. We're good. This fucking Beamer's not gonna move. Move, you bitch. I don't want to wreck trying to pass this car. Wow. Well, what did I do that I said that I didn't want to do? I pulled it hard right. Jesus. I floored it, pulled it right real hard because I saw that he was staying left. And my wheels just grabbed and I went to the right way quicker than I anticipated. Okay. Now we can, it's going to be a little bit till we can really open it up. Now, there's some cars that go good enough and have enough grip that you could floor it through a lot more parts than you probably can with this. This turn always, like, tricks me out. Like, sometimes you go to floor it going up it and you just do a full 180. If you have too much power. I doubt this is going to be a 7-minute lap. We're probably going to be going more towards 8. Also, because the very beginning of it, I had to go slower than what I would. Oh my god, that was a lot of understeer. Okay. This thing has massive understeer. A lot of cars, you didn't even have to brake on that turn. You don't have to brake on this one up here either. But, by God, they're gonna make you. This one you have to. Like my BMW M4 on Gran Turismo Sport, you can take both those turns without touching the brakes at all. Because it has so much downforce and grip that you can just go whoop. You can usually go through that first part without braking, and then the second one you usually have to a little. But that's the thing about me doing this. I try to not use the same vehicle twice throughout an entire series. I'm pretty sure I haven't used this yet. I hope I didn't. If I did, that's going to be awkward. But for this race, this was like the only car I had that could really do this race good. I could have bought like an Audi R8. That probably would have been good enough, but I don't like Audi R8s. I didn't even like buying an Audi TT to do the Gran Turismo Sport races. There was like a TT series, and I was like, really? I had to buy one of these? I don't even like it. Probably could have went through there without touching the brakes. Okay, we're getting close to the end. That's the last slope turn. After this turn, it's that long straight that everyone loves. But we're gonna get up to that little elbow, and I really, really hope this car has enough grip that I can just floor it through that. I've had a couple cars that couldn't, but that's because they're garbage. Try to stay hard left on here. Oh. Probably should have stayed hard right. Actually made a normal racing turn instead of being a dum-dum. We're still good, though. We have such a lead, it doesn't even matter. Yeah, boy. I do love this silver, though. There's a lot of Mercedes that look good in silver. Didn't break anything. Doesn't look like I broke anything. I might have. Okay, well, that is it for the races today. I want to check the used dealership again. I know the next race series is like the wind. I think there's only 2 or 3 races in there. But I don't know what I'm going to use for that yet. I did use the Formula 1 car to win the Indy track, which only made sense because, you know, you can use a Formula 1 car on that, and it's very fast. Let's see. I think it's got to be 2 or 3. Okay, it is only 2. But looking at typical opponents, 920, well, 973 is higher than that. 973. Okay, so 973 is the most. And that's the Suzuki Dirt Trial car, which I think I've already used that in an episode. So who knows? Maybe I'll find something else with about that much horsepower. These tracks, you don't really need to do a whole lot of steering, especially this one. You just need downforce for that. But we will see next week when we do that race series. But like I said, I want to check and see what used cars we have. We should have like 12 to look at. It's exactly 12. How did I know? Ooh, I can afford it too. We might even be able to use this in next week's episode. I really don't like it all that much. I don't even think it's a premium car, so it's not going to have an interior, which sucks. Where's the power? It doesn't even tell you the max power. That's cool. I don't know. We will figure that out before next week's episode. But that's going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next episode. And if you did enjoy the video, check out one of my previous, next, and related videos, and don't forget to check out my social medias in the description down below.